Hey, what's up again? It's Justin Brooke, the Traffic Guy Millionaires Recommend. Continuing on with the solo ads. I hope you're loving this material. In this one, this is some pro stuff, man. This is some advanced stuff. This is the type of stuff that will really help you not lose your ass, not lose money. So, really make sure you're writing down notes and take this one very seriously. These are the negotiation tactics and what you can say to the seller to try and make sure that you don't lose money. So the first thing that I would have you ask them is, do they have any samples? And now sometimes they don't want to send you samples because obviously their clients don't want them sending out samples, their ads. I mean, it's sensitive private data. But what I say is I try to make it not look like I'm trying to get sensitive data from them. Instead, I will just ask them, hey, I want to make sure that I format my email correctly, that I write it so that it blends in with things that have worked successfully in the past. Can you send me any samples of anything that has worked well? That way I can make sure that mine looks like it should. You basically just want to have a conversation with them about, you want to make sure that you're prepared and that yours is going to look right, and you just want to make sure that it fits in, it doesn't stick out. So, and that's the reason why you want them to send samples, and usually they will send you a sample. Now, if they don't send you a sample, that doesn't mean that they're scam artists or they're bad or anything like that. That's just, in this industry, they don't send out a lot of samples. So, this little trick here is something that it is. It's a trick. It's if you use your words the right way and you don't raise red flags, then they may send you a sample. Also, the next one is asking them which offers work well with their list. Now, if you're using a company like Dedicated Emails, again, this is one of the reasons why I love them so much, is they will ask you, before you even are asking them, they will ask you to see your landing page and ask you information about your offer, and they will go and pick out a list that they believe is best based on what they've seen working in the past. That's what everybody should do. All you all solo ad sellers out there. So if they're not doing this for you, then you need to make sure you're doing it yourself. So just ask the solo ad seller which type of offers work best with your list or with your lists. And usually they will tell you, oh, this works really well and that works really well. And then before you've even bought it, if your offer is a good match. The next one is, how was their list built? That's really important. You need to know, for example, was it a compiled list? Was it a double opt-in list? Did they build it all off of freebies, or is there buyers as well? You need to know the history of their list and how it was built so that you can make a decision as to whether you think this is valuable. Obviously, if it's a buyer's list, that's the most valuable list possible, but you're probably going to pay through your nose to get access to that kind of list. They are out there, though. What I'm really looking for in general is I'm looking for a double opt-in list that was built using a sales funnel. Maybe it was a free report, but there was a sales funnel behind it, possibly even some buyers mixed in. I want to know that they've used the list for their own affiliate offers, that they've sold to this list, versus it just being a list that they've gone out and just done a ton of lead gen activities, and it's just a bunch of freebie people that they've never even tried to sell to. I want to know that the person who owns the list has tried to sell stuff and has done so confidently to their list. Another one is to ask them if you can start with just a segment. This is a way that you can get started cheaper instead of having to buy the whole entire list. Go ask them if you can start off with just a segment of the list before you buy the whole list, and tell them if they'll let you buy a segment and it works for you, you'll come back and you'll buy more and more and more. The other thing you can ask for, if they're not willing to do a segment, is ask them for a test rate. Sometimes they just aren't able to. Sometimes, with some of these agencies, like the Jim Whalen agency, they don't own the list. They're a list broker, so they're, sometimes they're just not able to mail to a segment. But they might be able to give you a better price because they sell the ads for the list owner, so they have some flexibility in the price that they can give you. So if they're not able to let you do a segment, ask them for a test rate. All right, so just to recap, some ways to start cheaper: asking for a test rate, or to mail to a segment. Some ways to find out if the list is quality: ask how it was built, ask which offers work best for it, and then lastly, ask if they have any samples. That way you can make sure that you model your email off of something that has already worked successfully. Those tips should help you out, and in the next video I'm going to tell you about some common mistakes people make. That way you can avoid them. Thanks for watching my video, and if you like that, I've got a free 1-hour mini course for you just over here to the left, and what it'll teach you is how to create a multi-channel marketing strategy, which is just fancy for saying how to get a lot of clicks from a lot of different places. So if you want to learn how to get 1 million clicks per year to your website or more, just click on the image to the left. Are we recording? Thanks for my... Okay, so where should I get it up? Blah, 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 blah.